Covers the Patriots. And look, Mike, you're around this team every single day. What are Mac's teammates saying about him as he continues to improve so rapidly?
Greeny, over the last 2 days, here's one thing that stood out to me. He's wired a different way. That's what receiver Kendrick Bourne said about Mac Jones after Sunday's win. And it's a little bit of an under-the-radar storyline from this 4-game winning streak, because the 2 games prior to Sunday's blowout, Mac hadn't played his best football. But why is he wired a different way? Kendrick Bourne said he's so hyper-focused on the moment that he never gets rattled. In fact, Greeny, they said that's their one quibble with him. They want him to smile a little bit more and enjoy the moment.
And so they were 2-4, as we just pointed out. They're now 6-4. What would you point to as the single biggest reason for this team turning it around?
Greeny, this is it right here. We were talking to Matthew Slater, the longtime captain, and he said they had to dig out of the 2-4 hole. He said, hey, you take a shovel, you dig over here, you dig over there, I'll dig over here, and we'll see where it gets us. And we can go over a number of statistics. Better on third down, fewer turnovers, better in the red zone, better on special teams, and they all fit for why the Patriots have come back from that 2-4 deficit. But it was the shovel and the mentality that they had that at 2-4, they were a better football team. And Slater said that reflects the character of the players in the locker room. And why is everyone laughing? It's bring your shovel to work day here
I need details. Like, did you bring the shovel from home? Is it lying around there at the stadium? Like, I need to know.
Where did you get the shovel?
Yeah, Greeny, I went under my porch. I haven't really used it for about 5 years. I'm not a big yard work guy, but I'm like, hey, I still have a shovel.
That thing's dry rotted, it's rusted.
This is why Mike Reiss is the best in the business. He woke up this morning, he said, you know what? I'm going to get the shovel. Forget us.
Somewhere around here, there's a shovel.
Very well done by Mike Reiss. You're the best. Let's skip the sound and let's just bring the conversation right here about this, because you were talking, Graziano, you did that game on the sideline this past weekend, and he was just saying that everyone wants Mac Jones to smile.
Yeah.
You observed something on that sideline that might tell us even more.
Bill Belichick was smiling. I mean, look, they're up obviously big, but this happened late in the game. Jacoby Myers catches a touchdown, and it was his first one of his career. He had the record for most catches to start a career without a touchdown. So the whole bench goes over there, and they're throwing a party in the end zone, and Belichick is sitting there with this huge smile on his face, waiting for Myers to come back to give him this big hug. They look like they're having a lot of fun. In terms of Mac Jones, teammates that I've talked to the last couple of weeks have said, you know, he's focused on improving and getting better every day. Like that's his focus. And I think, you know, to Mike's point, if he's hyper serious, then that's showing his teammates that his focus is where it needs to be, and that's going a long way with them. But right now that team's feeling it.
And the quarterback is playing like it. He was dealing on Sunday. Marcus, as you watch him right now, what are we seeing here in Mac Jones and these Patriots?
The maturation of a quarterback, but more importantly, you seeing him being with a coaching staff and a team that understands how to win and that expectation. This was the perfect pick. I know we talked about this during the draft, and I was going crazy saying, man, no, not number 3, not number 3. He needs to go to the New England Patriots. Mac Jones literally took off an Alabama uniform, put on a New England Patriots uniform, and moved his shoulders and said, this feels very familiar, the way we do things around here. And now he has the opportunity to go play freely. And you've seen week after week, Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator for the New England Patriots, continue to put more on his plate, continue to give him opportunities to push the ball downfield. Remember, we look at this Cleveland Browns game and we think about Mac Jones and we think about the quarterbacks and the skill position players. The New England Patriots are built in the image of when they won Super Bowls. A physical line of scrimmage. They're going to stop the run or take away what you do well, and they are going to allow their quarterback to make plays when the plays are available and not ask him to throw the ball 50 times a game. This is the formula of how they've won Super Bowls, and now they have a quarterback that can execute it at a very high level who's continuing to get better.
Yeah. It's not only the formula of how they won Super Bowls, it's the formula of how you develop a young quarterback. They're not 100%. Putting a ton on his plate every week. They put a little bit on his plate. And I remember heading up to the draft, like everyone else, I was like, yeah, Mac shouldn't go 3. Then I watched the preseason, and I saw how good he was. And you notice that he was coming to the line of scrimmage with an understanding of his responsibility. They gave him small things to look at. Like you could see, snap the ball, he looks, he finds their linebacker. You have to read this one guy. Whereas it feels like some players, some quarterbacks, they throw him out there, and they're like, you got to read the whole field. But you can't do that unless you are surrounded by other good players. You have a good defense, good offensive line, good playmakers. So, and your coach understands that. So I think that's a perfect situation. We talk about development quarterbacks, and the situation is more important to me than the player.
I think what the words we're looking for, this is an organizational success story.
Yeah.
This is a player who has a particular set of skills, to use a Liam Neeson line, and the team has developed it and brought him along at exactly the right pace. So they're doing two things that usually can't be done at the same time, Jeff. They're developing a quarterback and winning football games at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, it boils down to situational football, and that's all Bill Belichick talks about in his locker room. I mean, it's situational football. What's the expectations? What is your job? You saw the shovel. Each guy do your job. It's very simple, right? I mean, it's that KISS principle. But Mac Jones is performing better in those moments. I think that's been the most impressive to me. Yeah. They were 7 of 9 on third down last week. They were 5 of 6 in the red zone. 5 touchdowns in the red zone. I mean, that's pretty spectacular. And again, when the moments are the biggest, the game is slowed down for him because he understands what's expected of him, and he's executing.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.